Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
What is exciting as we start off Hy-Vee Today, we have a gentleman working right behind us on a scissor lift, and he is in the ceiling right now. Betsy's I was gonna say flip a camera around because this is, again, the nature of a live show. This is happening right now inside the store. Not sure exactly what's going on, but we have to talk about it. He's in the ceiling, so that's pretty cool, right? Chad, are you putting a camera in the ceiling? Is that what's going on? You're surprising me. We're going to have the ceiling cam, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to see if they might let me take a spin in that scissor lift later this morning. Probably not. I feel like you have to have experience or some type of license. Do you need a CDL to drive that thing? I don't know. That's the nature of a live show in a grocery store, right? So welcome in. Good to be with you. It was great to walk in to the store this morning with sunshine. You just feel better. There wasn't snow on the ground, and I seem to think maybe after this weekend we'll see temps in the 50s and 60s and then hopefully warmer. It does seem like tomorrow, Wednesday, might be in the 60s, Thursday, Friday, 70s, little rain, and then kind of bottoms out again Saturday and Sunday. But after that, let's keep our fingers crossed. We also have like a garden center that's like 80% complete in our parking lot, but we can't put anything in it because it keeps getting so cold at night. So we want that to get over with so we can fill it with all the stuff that can make your home and garden beautiful, quite frankly. All right. There's a couple things going on, and we'll talk to Chef Tess about one of these in just a few. The MCC Legends event is happening tonight at the new Merrill Hotel in downtown Muscatine. If you got tickets for that, Chef Tess will be there ready to say hi, and you'll do a whole bunch of sampling later on. And then, of course, it's also Tenderloin Tuesday here at the store. And I started physical therapy yesterday, and some weird stuff going on in my knee. I had the electro stim connected and ice, and it was a whole thing. Before we get to our first guest, Chef Tess in the kitchen, prepping for a catering at All Steel, and everything just always looks so good. That pan of vegetables looks just fantastic. Is that something that you're going to like roast or just take over there like that?
We are going to steam those today.
Steam them, okay.
So, I do, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you're going to steam them up,
Yep.
Take it over there. And again, these All Steel folks, they are totally spoiled. I just want to like slide in one day and be like, "Hey, I'm new here. Just came for lunch." And I would have to remember to take my name tag off. That would be the only thing. Ryan's got this crazy new thing that's holding his camera too. I wonder, can you get a shot of those vegetables that are on the counter? That thing is pretty cool. It's called like a gimbal. Oh, look at that. Right? That's super cool. Ryan looks like he's on the set of a movie or a Food Network show. Right? All right, so we'll check back in with Chef Tess. And then, of course, the Legends event is tonight, Chef Tess.
Yes.
Yes. Very exciting.
Really excited about
All
that.
right, we'll come back to Chef Tess in just a second. Our first guests are here, Karen Schaub and Mary Kalupa. Mary, I almost said your name wrong like 10 different times. Karen, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming. Mary, thank you so much. You said it's Kalupa with a K, and now I can't get it wrong, right? Thank you for coming in. So for those watching live or on the rebroadcast on MPW tonight, we want them to know that April is Parkinson's Awareness Month. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and in Muscatine, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think I went to one of the Parkinson's support group lunches and was like a guest speaker a couple of years ago.
That
you still,
could
still have that?
We have programs, yes.
Okay.
We meet. Our meetings start in September and they go to May.
Okay.
So we take the summer off, but we have wonderful programs for people.
I think I was at the Farmer's Diner, whatever it's called, right?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm just remembering that.
Yeah.
So that was wow, 3 or 4 years ago at this point.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Time is not slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so the group has been going on for how long here in Muscatine?
We've been going on about 7 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And did you start at Karen or?
Yes. We have conferences in the state. We have a state
Sure.
conference and then a regional conference every year. And we went to the state conference. And with our being there, we met another couple from Muscatine. We just went because we wanted to go. And then we met
Sure.
the Coriels.
Okay.
And so we came back and we said, we've got to do something for our community. So that's when we started the support group.
Yeah, and it's really a great resource to be able to have so that you can get together
Yes.
and discuss, the challenges that Parkinson's can bring. And Mary's with us, and you have Parkinson's, right? So
Right.
you have firsthand experience
Right.
with how it's affected you. How long has it been since you were diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in January of 2006,
Okay.
so 12 years.
Wow. And recently, a couple years ago, you had a procedure that's helped with
Right.
the tremors or the shaking,
Called
right?
a DBS,
Okay.
deep brain stimulation.
Wow.
And they go in and they put 2 probes in your brain, one on each side of the brain. And then 2 weeks later, they hook it up to a neurostimulator, which is like a pacemaker.
Okay.
And that's what runs it,
Wow.
sends the electrodes to that.
And since you've had that done, you don't have.
I have no tremor anymore.
Right. And when you told me this off the air, I can't believe it because
Yeah.
if you know anything about folks that unfortunately have Parkinson's, the shaking
Right.
is.
Right.
It only seems to get worse over time.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So was that procedure done in Iowa City or?
Yes, it's a university.
Now you said it was a couple years ago. Was it a new procedure at the time? Something that you wanted to
Well,
try, or had they been doing it for a while?
They had done it for a while, and then it kind of was not real popular.
Okay.
And so then they brought it back, and we have one other man in our support group who just had it done
Oh wow.
recently,
Okay.
and so we're anxious to see him
Yeah,
on Thursday.
He's doing
at our
well, I
meeting to
think.
see
Yeah.
So you
How
have a
is it?
meeting this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday, yes.
Okay. Now, Karen, are the meetings again because folks are going to see this at a couple different points. So if somebody's watching it tonight, for instance, and they have someone in their family, whether it's a significant other or family member that has Parkinson's, are the meetings open to the public to attend?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
definitely. That's who they're for.
Gotcha.
It's the whole Muscatine County. We
Sure.
put it in the papers, we
Okay.
put it on the radio,
Sure.
and it's wonderful to be here to share. But this week, on Thursday at 3:30, we have a social time, and the Muscatine Unity Hospital is providing the Big and Loud program.
Okay.
With Parkinson's, your voice can get very weak, and this is a therapy for that. And then the loud is that, and then the big is standing up better with your posture. So it's
I didn't
going to
know
be-
that Parkinson's affects the voice. I had
yes,
no idea.
Yes.
Have you dealt with that, Mary?
Yes, I have. I mean, as you can tell, my voice cracks after I start talking for any length of time.
Sure. Have you found anything, even if it's just like a tea that helps or anything that soothes it?
not
or
really.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was one of the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Wow.
a whole list of motor symptoms and non-motor
Oh my
symptoms.
gosh, there's a whole
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah. And not everyone has all the symptoms.
Okay.
Right.
But it's just the walk. That's there. 1.5
Sure.
million people in the United States have Parkinson's,
I did
and
not
they
know
say
that.
about 60,000 will be diagnosed every year. So
Wow.
we totally invite anyone that would like to have
Sure.
the support. Yeah.
Now, do we know about the stats in Muscatine County as far as... I mean, how many people are in the group, I guess, if we start
Okay.
there?
We had a wonderful speaker. You want to tell him, Mary, last month?
Corey Garvin from Western Drugs
Sure,
spoke
sure.
with us last month, and we had a room full. We had to
Yeah.
get more tables and chairs out.
That's good.
because-
Yeah.
And but altogether, I think how many are on our roster?
We had probably about 35 there last time.
Yeah. Wow.
And that includes the care partners. So
Sure.
anyone that comes to our support group, we encourage them to bring a partner, that helps
Sure.
support them.
Because as much as the group, and correct me if I'm wrong, as much as the group is for folks that have Parkinson's, it's also for the family members, the support
Yes.
system,
Yes.
because
Right.
it's good to have that sense of community
Yes.
and to know that there's people that are facing similar situations.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
And there is a lot of Parkinson's
Sure.
in this county.
Sure.
And,
At one time, Iowa was the second.
Yeah, it is the second.
It is still second state. With
Nebraska
most
was the
diagnosed.
first. So
Wow.
yeah,
Parkinson's.
and it can be, you know, in the environment, or it can be heredity.
Sure.
It's not necessarily always known.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I again, I think it's so important to have a local group in Muscatine that's getting together, that's doing things, and again, just raising that awareness, and especially, you know, Parkinson's doesn't know, particular months or whatever.
Right.
But in April, it is the awareness month,
Yeah.
so
Awareness month.
having an opportunity to really get out in front of people is always a good thing, and it's
That's it.
not. This has come up a couple different times on this show. It's not the easiest thing to talk about, right?
Right.
Sometimes conversations
Right.
about things like this make people uncomfortable. But I'm here to tell you that they shouldn't.
No,
You know?
because it's the walk you're given. You
Correct.
know, and we all have a walk.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we're just
Yeah,
thankful
we're
we
just-
can reach out for ourselves and
Absolutely.
for others. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, and a couple of things that I had written down, the importance of having that support, and we've kind of talked about that, because I'm assuming that both of you have probably made some pretty great friends,
Yes.
and you look forward to seeing,
Yes.
people at the get-togethers, but then I'm assuming you're seeing each other outside of that as well.
Right.
Yeah, we do, yeah. And we have some fun too, don't
Sure.
we,
Yeah.
Mary?
Oh, yeah.
We have parties. We're going out to eat next month.
Cool.
And we have a Christmas party, a Valentine's party. So it's not,
Yeah.
you know, it is. It's a loose.
Well, it's heavy-handed stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Parkinson's, absolutely, but you want to be able to get together and have a good time,
Yeah.
as much fun as you can.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. That's right. And it's, like I said, it's the walk we're on, and we just,
Sure.
we support each other in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have one lady who comes whose husband has had Parkinson's
Yeah.
and has passed away, but she still comes because she said she feels like it's a group that she's supposed to be
Yeah.
at.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
isn't that
Yeah.
such a testament
It
to
is.
Yeah.
the work and getting together?
Yeah.
We have an article pulled up, looks like from the Muscatine Journal, that
Yes.
says right there, Muscatine
Yeah.
Hospital will present Big and Loud Therapy for Parkinson's group. So,
Yeah.
that it's always, again, good to have the support
Yes.
from organizations, whether it be the newspaper or coming on little shows like
Yes.
this in the
Right,
grocery
yeah.
store.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And I'm so glad because, Mary, you're the one that reached out. So did you
Yeah.
see it on the show on cable or
Yes.
on? Okay.
Great.
They're on Facebook.
On Facebook. All
Yeah,
right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so excited when I got the email.
yeah.
You know, it was really, I was like, all right. You know,
Well, Karen and John do such a great job, and
Sure.
Wayne and Pat,
yeah.
organizing our group and getting speakers and
Yeah.
making treats and,
Yeah. we do it together, don't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. Well, it's always doing stuff like that's a lot of work, but again, it's so worth it.
It is.
Oh, it
I mean,
is.
as soon as
yeah.
you're with each other,
yeah.
talking about things.
Yeah.
What else do you want to cover, Karen? I mean, you have a host of material.
Well, I guess I didn't mention,
Sure.
maybe it did in the article there, but we do meet at the Muscatine Extension Office.
Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
Always the second
Sure.
Thursday of the month, and that's 1814 Isaac Avenue.
Perfect.
At 3:30 is the social time, 4 o'clock is the program. So
Okay.
if you can't come every time, just come when you can. You know, you're welcomed, and we definitely welcome you. Yeah.
Mary, you're doing better since that surgery,
Right.
you would say. I wonder, and I don't know how much you want to talk about this, but what did you start to notice that made you think like you should maybe go see your doctor? If we back up a little bit to leading up to the diagnosis, was it the tremors or?
Yes, and the freezing.
Okay.
You stop walking, you stand at the sink or something, and then
Sure.
you go to walk and you can't move.
Oh my gosh.
You have to tell yourself to move,
Yeah.
And I had dyskinesia, which is caused by the medications that you take.
Okay.
And I was swaying all the time. Didn't know I was doing it. I mean,
Sure.
and then my medicine. They usually won't do the deep brain surgery until if your medicines are working for you.
Gotcha.
I was taking the maximum dosage, and I was taking medicine every 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And it was just, I had to set my alarm on my phone.
Sure.
And the doctor suggested the deep brain stimulation
Sure.
surgery, and I just felt comfortable right away. I mean, I thought this is gonna work.
Well, and of course, the prescriptions are there to help, but sometimes
Right.
they can also have adverse side effects.
Oh,
which
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
If you read the side effects, you don't really want to take them, but you know you have to.
Yes.
So after that procedure that you had, are you still having to take as many prescriptions?
take
or
half as many pills as I do.
How long was the recovery from the procedure until?
It was, well, you go in for the when they put the probes in the brain, and then 2 weeks later you go back and they put the
Sure.
pacemaker thing in, and I don't know. I mean, it started working right away.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
they just,
Yeah.
but they have to regulate it.
Okay.
We have a little remote thing that you can lay on here and regulate it. And so it's been turned up a few times since
Sure.
I've had my surgery.
And you're about 4 years
Yeah.
post-op
Right.
from the
Yeah.
surgery.
Right.
And you're sitting here as
Yeah.
proof that it's
Yeah.
something that folks
Yeah.
should consider at
Yes.
least. Now, again, it's all case by case,
Right.
right? When it comes to what your
Right.
care providers or care team thinks would work best for you.
Right.
But
That's
Mary
right.
is here.
Yeah, it worked for me very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it
mean,
did. And too, Tony, we do have information that is available at our
Absolutely.
meetings too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I think is also key, right? Having a lot of information.
Yeah.
As much as it is, like you said, there's social parts of it, there's sharing of stories, but the information, and then
Yeah.
again,
The
within the
programs.
group, but then in the community and
Yeah.
getting out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to do it,
Yeah,
right?
and exercise. There's a program called Delay the Disease Exercise
Okay.
that's available in our town for people with Parkinson's too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, folks that see this again, Thursday, this Thursday,
This Thursday, the
you're getting
second
together, the
Thursday.
12th.
Yeah.
Thank God you're not meeting on Friday the 13th.
I know.
Whether you're superstitious or not, right? I
Right.
don't even want to work,
Yeah.
but I'll be here.
Okay.
If there was a guy on a scissor lift on Friday, I'm assuming there's a black cat running around in here somewhere.
There could be.
Right. But it's this Thursday is the meeting, and then if somebody wanted to call or we had a picture pulled up of the group. I mean, are you on Facebook or?
Well, we aren't with
Okay.
our Parkinson's.
Sure.
Yeah. But
You would
I
just
think
say show
in that
up.
article it has a contact name.
Okay,
Email.
perfect.
Yeah. So
Let's
you
look
can
for a contact email in
Yeah.
there.
And in the paper, typically
There you go, right there.
Our announcements
Perfect.
do include a phone number.
Okay.
But
So
just come. if you
Folks,
can.
yeah, show up or email Pat if you have
Yeah.
any questions. But show up this Thursday, 3:30
3:30.
at the extension office on Isaac, right across from Heinz.
Right.
Yes, and the first time is the hardest to come in, but
Sure.
we welcome you with open arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that there's a wide range of emotions.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and the next time you see each other, it's better
Yeah.
because you have these immediate friends,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we're
Right.
walking together.
We go
Yeah.
around the group and ask if anything's new or any new
Sure.
medications or, if anything's happened that we want to share. And so it's
excellent.
a fun group.
Yeah, it is a good group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
And I'm
grateful.
happy that you came on. And again,
Yeah.
April is Parkinson's Awareness Month. So
Right.
is there a certain color for Parkinson's awareness? Do you know? I should've
We
looked
have a
that
lot
up.
of red, I know,
Okay.
in things, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess I haven't paid much
I don't know
attention.
either.
I haven't either. I'm not.
I was
The
just
bags are always red.
I was pulling up some information. The Michael J. Fox Foundation does a lot for Parkinson's
Yeah.
research.
Definitely.
David Spinney Foundation.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So there's certainly a lot of people that are trying to not only raise awareness, but funding for research.
Oh
and-
yeah, billions.
Yeah.
Millions, should I say, more than billions, but millions of dollars have been spent on research, and
Absolutely.
we just hope someday there'll be some real help.
Right. Well, again, the fact that Mary is sitting here
Right.
having that procedure and how much it's helped you, I think that's a good sign,
It is.
right?
It's a wonderful
Hopefully we're
sign.
heading
It
in
is.
that
Yeah.
right direction.
Right.
I do have pulled up Parkinsons.org, and it says every April the Parkinson's Foundation engages the global Parkinson's community to support the Parkinson's Awareness Month. They raise awareness about Parkinson's, about the foundation, how they help people, and this year the theme is Start a Conversation, a call to action that urges people to talk about Parkinson's with their loved ones, friends, neighbors, care team, community. and they want people to use the hashtag start a conversation on social media.
Wonderful.
You know, that's the thing with the hashtags.
Right.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you came on. And again, folks that are going to watch this, Parkinson's Awareness Group, Thursday, 3:30. Be there if you can't make this month. See him in May.
Yeah, you
right?
can see us in May. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Karen Schaub, thank you so much.
Thank you
Mary Kalupa.
for having us.
Oh,
I
there
got
you
it
go.
right again.
You did.
Yes. You look at Mary's name, it's on the screen, and you think, oh, I'm gonna get it wrong.
Butcher that one.
Kalupo, like a K, Tony. It's not that hard. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's check in with Chef Tess. And then we also have the Toyota Muscatine car cam. Oh, well, let's do the car cam. Yeah, that's good.
We're
That's
done,
good.
huh? We're on
Betsy
the
is.
screen.
Yeah, have Betsy go towards floral. Go straight ahead towards floral department. Yeah. Because I was over there the other day, and they had some pretty cool balloons that spelled out prom. And that made me think about how prom is coming up soon. For Muscatine, prom is April 21st. Right. Can you believe it? April 21st. It's almost here. I remember my prom senior year, and I thought the tuxedo rental was expensive in 2002. It's probably only gone up, right? Oh, there we go. All right, so she's going to give us a little look at floral. You know, when it comes to things like corsages and boutonnieres, and you can kind of see the letters from how it's spelling out prom right there. And then that's a good display of like the different things that you can put the corsage flowers on and the different boutonnieres and things. So check that out. Yeah, whichever one you want to use, sir, is good. So yeah, think about that. If you have kids or grandkids, nieces or nephews that are going to be doing the old prom 2018, we can take care of you. Look at how good the flowers look. They always just look so fresh. And you open one of those doors and it just smells wonderful. So we'll check back in with Betsy in just a second. Chef Tess rocking some taters in the kitchen. Taters for catering. Wow. Are you gonna mash those or what?
I'm gonna toss them in olive oil, garlic, and herbs, and then roast them.
Okay.
We're gonna do a roasted potato today.
All right, we got the overhead perspective. That's always a good look. And then what are you going to be sampling out tonight at the MCC Legends event at the Merrill Hotel?
I am doing it's gonna be a Tuscan braised pork shoulder
Okay.
over a buttery whipped potato with parsley gremolata. So it's very classical Italian. Yeah.
Jim Simmons says he had that for dinner. Yeah, that sounds real easy. No, it doesn't. Wow, I don't even know what that last word you said was. Parsley gremlins. Did you say gremlins?
Yes, that's what I said.
Gremolatas. Gremolata?
Gremolata.
Gremolata. Yeah. Well, everything that you cook makes me grinolata, chef. So I don't know if that's the same thing. Pretty great event tonight at the Merrill. See Chef Tess if you're down there. All right, Jim Simmons in the house, store director here at Hy-Vee. We talk about prom, and we're going to get to that in a second, but you and I were talking a couple weeks ago, and you identified something that we haven't really discussed on this show, and this sort of like the background of how this came to be.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that, and we've been doing this since February.
Yeah.
So I figured we would talk about that to start, just because I think folks assume that I came here to do this show, and that's not the case.
No, that was not the case. That was an accident.
Right.
It really was. You know, me and you, we've been talking about this for a minute.
Sure.
And I needed you. I thought you'd do a great job for us, just helping us market our store.
Yes.
You know, behind the scenes, really,
Sure.
not necessarily in front of the camera again or anything like that. So, as we went through this process and we got you hired, it's so funny. We've already made the decision to hire you.
Sure.
And about a couple weeks later, I get an email from Chad saying, "Hey, there's just some things I'd like to talk to you about."
Right.
I thought, well, that's cool, you know. So I just put it in my save file until you got here. Then I sent it to you and said, "Hey, set this up with Chad. Let's see what we got going." You know, I don't know what this is. You know, maybe we want to do it, maybe we don't. Meet in my office, start brainstorming. Next thing I know, here we are, and that's how it really came about. I mean, it was a total fluke that you happened to be employed at the time, and
Sure.
It just worked out really good. I mean,
Call it a
we got
happy
lucky.
accident, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a really happy accident. Yes, I like these kind of accidents. I could do these accidents all day.
I was gonna say, and you know, without the people that you don't see on the camera, which are Chad and Ryan and Betsy, this show doesn't happen, A, but B, it doesn't look as good.
Right.
And that's the thing that I keep reminding myself when I watch different clips and see it. I'm like, wow, it looks so good. And then I also think like, wow, I need HD makeup or something. I don't know what aisle that's in. But it's true. I mean, without the right technology and the right group of people, it wouldn't have been such a smooth thing to start.
Yeah, and that was one of our things is we wanted to look professional.
Yes.
We didn't want it to look like, oh, look what somebody did with,
Yeah, like we're not in a basement right now. Yeah.
You know?
This isn't Wayne's World. We're not in a basement.
Exactly,
right.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that turned out great. I love the quality of what we're doing. I'm super excited to get it on when MPW gets everything on high def, you know, and get that gigabyte thing going, and the Remax channel that we broadcast on, that'll be on there in high def, and I'm super pumped about that. And the other things that we wanted to make sure happened was this is not something for businesses to come in and, you know, advertise. This was about getting the community involved, having folks here that have a story to tell, the good stuff that they do, and that's what this show's been. And I think we've done a really good job with that. I'm pretty excited about that part of it. I've learned a lot myself from just watching the show on some of the stuff that goes on in town that maybe I wasn't aware of because we had them on here. And I think it works out great. I love this thing. I think it's a great voice for Muscatine. For whether, I don't care if it's a YMCA, whatever it might be.
Yeah, Karen and Mary that were just sitting here.
What?
Mary reached out. Mary watched the show on Facebook, sent an email, and then we're sitting here just a few minutes ago talking about Parkinson's Awareness Month and their group.
Right.
That's when I tell people to send us stuff. Like that's what
we're doing.
I mean.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Because I can't assume to know everything that's going on across the entire county.
Right.
Sometimes I see things like tacked onto the corkboard by the bathrooms, and I'm like,
hey.
Yeah, I need to reach out to them. Right. I'll take a picture of a flyer, and then I'll go upstairs and send them an email.
Yeah,
so
that is good stuff.
That's just it. I mean, it's very much community first, and people that come on. It's still weird for me. I say that all the time. People are like, I don't know what camera to look at.
Oh, I never know what to look at. I look at you most of the time, so hey, they get the backside of my head a lot, so it's like, hey, it all works.
Right now you have a giant couple wheels of cheese over your shoulder, which is super fun, right?
When I'm walking back there in the mornings, I'm always like, oh gosh darn, I was on there. Get me off there.
I think our crew here, the team, is real self-conscious, and they all try and have like really good posture when they're pushing stuff, you know, because then they know when they're gonna be potentially in the background.
Yeah, I'm sitting here,
right?
All slouched up.
You gotta have the good posture.
It's great. I love it.
This is a busy week for sure. Friday the 13th, you know. If people are superstitious, whatever, I think it's a good Friday to watch a couple scary movies and come into this store because we have a crazy fuel saver.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Look at that. Look at how scary that is on the screen right
cool,
now.
Isn't it?
Don't be superstitious this Friday the 13th. Show up here and save money on gas.
Yeah,
right?
and 13 cents off $20. That's scary for me because that's a lot going on right there. That's about as hot as it gets.
Yeah.
We don't do much hotter than that right there. You do the math on that and you start adding stuff up, that's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And you can save a bunch. I mean, it's not limited, right? So, it says minimum order 20, maximum order of whatever.
Yeah.
So,
$1 million.
You can save as much as you want. Yeah.
and I don't want to hurt the bottom line, but there's also fuel up Fridays in the health market.
Yep.
Where if you spend $20, you get like a 20-cent fuel saver.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying you could
start tacking it on,
right?
Maybe. Yeah.
And I think what's exciting is if we look even from where we're sitting right now, whenever folks see the fuel saver balloons,
yep, they're everywhere.
Well, that's not just a decoration. That's to tell you that, hey, guess what? There's a fuel saver here.
Yeah.
There's a fuel saver there.
We had a bunch of them blowing up front. I don't know if you saw the bouquets. We're going to put those on all the big displays because we have an in-store flyer, too.
Right.
That is just full of fuel savers and good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. The one I'm super excited about this week is Mike put a grilling package together. Starts tomorrow. You get 4 brats, 4 burgers, 4 pork chops, for $14.99 with a 20-some. I think it's a 20 or 25-cent fuel saver.
Awesome
It's
deal.
crazy good,
Yeah.
and that goes right into the Friday the 13th.
Right.
Right? So
Yeah.
you're going to take advantage of those things. So I'm really excited about that. And I love the flyer. You only get that if you come in the store.
Yep.
It's not, and we do post it on
We will.
Facebook. We will
Yes.
post it on Facebook.
It's
so.
also one of those things like the collaboration of keeping things local
Absolutely.
graphic designers, printing locally at Sycamore.
Yep.
You know, Jerry and that crew do such a good job. Jerry's like, I'm going to bring them out to you today. So,
Yep.
like, thank you, saving us a trip. You know,
Absolutely.
So it says a lot, I think, when you do business in the community.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're right. The
that's-
paper that it's on is going to be
Yeah,
slick,
it's
literally
top notch.
slick,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
top notch. Sycamore set us up, and of course Barry designed it a little bit for it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things going on to make this all happen. So I'm pretty excited about that.
There's, again, just so much. Like, talk about Friday the 13th, and then on the back page of the Voice of Muscatine, we have this produce ad
Yes.
with another fuel saver.
Yes.
Now, this one is, you're going to see in a second, this one is Saturday, Sunday only.
Yes.
And then at the bottom, we'll talk about the bottom of it in a second. Ryan, zoom in just on that top part so people can understand this deal on produce. Saturday, Sunday, get the fuel saver ready. Every $10 you spend in produce or the salad bar, Jim.
Yep.
And the salad bar literally means the salad bar, but then in produce, there's this whole section of stuff, pre-cut
All the
fruit,
yep.
vegetables, right?
Yep. All the pre-cut stuff, whether it's vegetables, even our Deluso salads. We sell so
Yes.
many Deluso salads. And plus there's an extra there's extra fuel saver on Deluso salad. So you buy a Deluso salad this coming up week,
Yeah.
you get 10-cent fuel saver. If you buy it on Saturday, you buy 2 salads. They're $4.99 a piece, so you're almost there to another 10 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a million ways to save on fuel saver. And produce is a big one. You know, we got a lot going on in produce right now. Sweet corn's in. My wife bought some last night. I'm pretty excited to try that.
Cool.
Everybody says it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
The stuff comes out of Florida is actually really pretty good. So I'm excited to try that. We've got a lot of fun stuff heading our way. You know, watermelons are in now. Cantaloupes are in. We got some actually Florida peaches coming in next week, in the next week and a half, I should say. So you're starting to see some of that good stuff come around, and this is a great thing just to kick off. I'm excited about the fuel saver for the weekend.
Well, yeah, and can we go back to that just for a second, because I want to zoom in on those grilling vegetables. So, Ryan, zoom in on that to the right of that 10 cent off, the grilling stir-fried vegetables. So
Yeah.
that's a package of stuff that's ready to go.
Yep.
Take it home, throw it on a grill, throw it in a pan, and that's it.
That's it.
You don't even
You're
have
ready
to
to go.
cut it.
Don't do
Like,
anything.
we're saving the... You know,
I'd put a little olive oil on it and
Oh,
season it up a
yeah.
little bit for myself.
Right.
Just, you know, because for me to eat a vegetable, it's got to taste different.
yeah.
As bad as that
You're
sounds.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Not-
No, not at all. And then what's also exciting and serious, you know, is at the bottom of that ad. So we talked yesterday with
Yes.
Nicole, who runs the pharmacy, and Ramona, who's had shingles twice. So show me the bottom of that. There we go. So it's on the bottom of the ad this week, and then we have things like this all throughout the store.
Yes.
And on social media. I had a friend of mine, this is true, send me a Facebook message last night, a guy from back home. So I shared it on my personal Facebook about the Shingrix vaccine. My buddy John, who is younger than I am, said, dude, I got shingles right now, and it's the most miserable I've ever been. Get
It's
that shot
horrible.
if your insurance covers it. I thought only older people got it. But then again, we're all kind of old now. That's
Yeah.
what my friend said to me. So, you know,
I can't. This is a big deal.
It's
My
a huge
mother-in-law's
deal.
had shingles. I can't tell you how many times.
Sure.
And I went and got my shot. Yes, that just aged myself. But I went and got it. I'm
Sure.
not going to deal with that.
No.
There's no way.
No way.
And the powerful thing about, I just love this show, is yesterday she walked out of here and did 4 of them. Yesterday I think you said somebody walked across and said, I just got my shot. You know,
Yeah,
heard
and
you
I
on
was
the
like,
radio,
what do
or
you
heard
mean?
on today.
Right.
And it's just like, that is powerful.
Yeah.
And the thing about it I feel good about is that this is helping people.
100%.
Yes, I appreciate the business. I'm glad you're doing the shot with us. But more importantly, this is something that if you're over 50, you just need to come do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a series of 2, so you get one
Sure.
now, and then within the next 6 months you get another one. But this is important. This is about your health. This is about not getting the shingles. I mean,
Ramona had nerve pain in her face.
Yes.
Zoom in on that clinic part again right there, Rye. You were good with that. Take me back there. Now, yep, cut over. Boom. Shingrix Vaccine Clinic, Thursday, Friday, 3 to 6:30. You walk in the store, slide over to the pharmacy.
Bingo.
No appointment needed. You could come in right now and get it if you want to, but
Right.
Thursday and Friday we're going to kind of have all hands on deck
Yeah.
to get people taken care of, get that after work crowd
Yeah.
or that early afternoon.
Yeah. Well, we added an extra pharmacist on
Sure.
just to make this happen. We think we can do a bunch of them that afternoon, and I think it'd be a great thing for everybody to take advantage of. I just, if you're watching this show, if you hear it on the radio, I don't care where you hear it from, just get the shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you need it. I mean, listen, you don't want to have shingles. And that's why a lot of these insurance companies, the majority of them, are going to take care of
They're
it.
paying for it.
Little
Yes.
to no copay because they don't want
It's
you to get
preventative.
sick. Preventative.
Yeah, it's preventative.
Right.
They don't want you out of work. And
Yeah.
yes, I do. I want to give the shot. Not me personally. And
No.
you don't want me to give you the shot, right? But my team's up there. And
Yes.
would I love to have you come in? Sure. This is about our pharmacy team, and they do a great job. And I think you'd love them up there. And I believe Sam gave me mine. I didn't even feel it. I mean, I didn't even know what happened. I want to be honest with you, though.
Yeah.
I felt it the next day because
Sure.
it's a little bit soreness in your arm from this
Sure.
particular shot. But
Soreness in the arm versus nerve pain
oh,
in
baby,
the face,
I'll take
right?
it all day. Yes. I can't wait to get my second one. You know? I mean,
Hey, you know what? Depending on when that is, you could get it on the show.
I could.
You could next year, next whatever, in a couple months, whenever the flu
That'd be
comes back.
cool. Yeah.
Might as
See
well,
how
right?
painless
And
it
then we're
is.
going to get tattoos. No.
No,
I don't worry.
I'm sorry. I hate needles.
Yeah.
I used to get poison ivy. I lived on the farm all the time,
Ooh.
dude. I didn't take a shot in my arm until I was in high school.
Wow.
And use your
That's a long-
imagination,
yeah.
right? You know where that's going.
Yeah.
But there's no way I was going to do that. I was a chicken. I hated needles. Just screaming, kicking. You were giving me a shot. And now it's not a big deal.
But you can't scream anybody, which
can't.
is like. And then I think about one of my doctors over the years literally said to me once, "I don't know what you're concerned about. You have enough padding for the needle." And I was like, "That's right.
Yeah,
I do."
You do.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Yeah.
all have enough for the needle. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, they did such a good job.
And that's what
taking care of
Ramona
us.
said yesterday, and she didn't even feel it. And again, Ramona had shingles twice.
Yeah,
2 times.
You don't want this.
The like splotchy stuff, and then nerve. I can't even.
Yeah.
So
So I get my shot, right?
yeah.
And Sam says, now Jim, I thought she said, don't if you kind of let your arm just kind of relax today and not use it a whole lot, it'll be better.
Huh.
What she told me was, hey, move your arm around a lot, and use it, and it'll help that soreness. So I'm really stupid, right?
Yeah.
So I don't do anything with my arm that night. I'm just kind of hanging out at the
Yeah.
house anyway, and it's sore. I'm like,
Jeez.
and I wasn't smart. So listen to the pharmacist.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Yeah. If
Listen
they
to
tell
what
you
they have to say.
Do
They're
the
smart.
Macarena or do a couple of these moves.
Yeah, do something.
Whatever you have to do.
Don't do one of these moves.
Right.
Right? It ain't gonna happen.
Lastly, but certainly not least, and this is something that's more just like a little teaser. The Taste of Iowa is
Yeah.
coming up soon, starting Saturday, April 30th in the
Yep.
store. You're going to see a lot of things that you normally wouldn't see in Hy-Vee, like a tractor. Got a lot of cool stuff we're going to give away and events we're going to do. We're going to honor
Yep.
our local firefighters and police and sheriffs, and a little fun thing on Saturday, May 5th in the parking lot, calling it Meet the Heroes. We're going to have a kids' character breakfast on Sunday.
It's gonna be great.
So I just want people to know that
Yes.
that's coming soon,
Yeah, it's springtime party. This
Yeah.
is what we do. They used to use this to clean up the store and everything, get you all ready for summer and
Sure.
spring, and luckily we do that year round.
Yeah.
We will have to get the parking lot painted, and then we have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of a we've done this a couple times, but it's a taste of Hy-Vee, and we've really worked hard to go out and get some of the local groups. Rather, it doesn't matter. Local to me is within 50, 60 miles.
Absolutely.
Trying to get some of the
Yep.
I look over there, Arden Creek Wines. That would be one of them that we'll have here.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of good stuff that people need to come in and try.
Yep.
Give it a shot, see what it's all about, and we'll have a great week lined up with that. And I'm excited about the Heroes. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think, obviously my dad was a Chicago cop for a long time, so, that's an important thing to me, and I know a lot of the police officers in Muscatine, a lot of firefighters.
So, awesome people.
And anytime you can
First
close
responders.
off part of your parking lot and put a fire truck and an ambulance and a police
yeah.
car and a sheriff's car and an MPW, like,
Is Life Flight coming in? Are we bringing it in?
Wow. I might have to
That'd
make
be
a
pretty
call.
cool.
Yeah. So you're cool with landing a helicopter?
I
in
am
the parking
totally
lot?
cool with landing a helicopter. We'll
All
land
right.
it on the roof if we have to. That
Challenge
would be, if you
accepted.
can get it done. We'll
Land it on the roof?
You know what? I'll bet you money.
Yeah.
If we just went and talked to across the street.
Okay. Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could land it over there.
Yeah. I
they
bet
got
they
a
would
lot
love
of
to
room.
be a team member with us on that.
Right.
Would that be cool? You got a
Yeah.
lot of work to do. We better get going.
Yeah,
here.
they could
We gotta
totally
get it.
let me fly the helicopter as well.
Yeah, we got it.
They want to live dangerously.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? I don't even know. I don't know. I don't really have a fear of heights. I don't love
helicopters are
flying.
Cool.
But I've never been in a helicopter.
You haven't? Oh, you
No.
got to do it sometime. I was lucky enough. We used to do these things with the National Guard.
Oh,
They call
wow.
it a boss lift.
Sweet.
And they flew us in a Black Hawk all the way to Des Moines from Red Oak, Iowa. It
Wow.
was super cool.
Whoa.
The doors are open.
Oh my
You're strapped in. It is awesome.
That's
It was the
intense.
coolest thing ever.
That's intense. Yeah. You know what? I might reach out to the National Guard because they have one of those rock walls. They could.
Yeah.
If
I
you're
mean, they're
cool, I'll turn the
heroes. I
parking
think-
lot into a carnival
Oh, yeah.
if you want.
You have
All
to,
right.
dude. We got to get it going.
I
This
need
is
a
gonna be
Ferris
awesome.
wheel
Yep.
and a cotton candy machine.
Okay, cotton
All right.
candy machine I can handle.
Yeah.
Ferris wheel might be a little tougher. I've never gotten one of those. So.
Well, you had a tent in your parking lot last summer that sold fireworks.
Yep.
So this is America. And
Yeah.
if we're going to put a fireworks selling Ferris wheel, maybe that's not a good idea. Although you can do a lot of business if you just stepped up, got in the Ferris wheel, bought fireworks.
I think we can make
Get
it
back
happen.
down.
We
Yeah.
can make something happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so again, there's a lot going on this week. Friday, awesome savings on produce. There's a meat sale. That's what I'm saying. You just gotta watch the show, check out what's going on with social media. It's always there. And then on that back page of the Voice of Muscatine newspaper, stay connected to it.
Yes.
All right.
Pay
Thank you, sir.
attention because
Pay
there's so
attention.
many things
Yeah.
going on.
And-
I just you can't get enough of it.
Well, and
I
we
mean,
talk about
every
stuff
day.
happening in Muscatine, right? And
Yep.
I mentioned the MCC Legends event tonight at the new Merrill Hotel. The Merrill also has like a ribbon cutting this Thursday at 1:30 with the governor. Kim
That's
Reynolds is
pretty
going to be
cool.
back. That's really cool. We were both at the domestic violence shelter fundraiser Saturday at Geneva. That was a big success. So for people that say there's nothing to do in this town, you are not correct.
Don't
friend.
look very hard.
Yeah.
You're not looking very hard.
Just
There's so
look
many things
around
happening.
you.
Yeah, we got the diabetes walk's going to be coming up
May
May
4th.
4th.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff going on.
I wonder if
Everybody
Kim
can be
did that
involved
on
in.
purpose because she's like a very big Star Wars fan.
Oh, is that something to do
May
with
the
Star
4th
Wars?
be with you. That's Star Wars Day. So
I
that's why
forgot all about that.
some of her stuff looks a little Star Warsian.
It's always the first Friday, just so you know.
Oh, it is always
Yeah.
the first Friday.
Yeah. Just
So
happened
if
to
I
luck
show
out
up
to be
dressed
the
like
fourth.
Yoda,
Hey.
that'd be okay.
Yes, it would be
Nice.
totally fine.
That'd have to be a big Yoda costume.
It would be a big Yoda costume, and it would be pretty tough to walk in
Or I
all the
could
way
just
around
get a
the
little
walk.
Yoda doll and just put him on my
There you go.
shoulder.
That might be better for you.
A little less warm, because it seems like that diabetes walk. It's either super hot or it's a little brisk.
And the way it's going this year is probably going to be a little.
We
brisk.
don't know what to expect.
knows?
Yeah, we could have a monsoon. We don't know.
Yeah. Gosh.
All right. Yeah.
hope
Just
not.
stay connected to what's going on for sure. We are taking a look
That's
at the aisle cam. I like that there's that balloon. The balloon, I feel like, has crept into the shot on purpose, right? And
Everything wants a piece of the action, baby.
you can see a couple things going on in the shot right here. Produce, of course. Those apples look
Those
awesome.
apples look awesome.
Starbucks right behind it, and then our friends with the Hy-Vee Super Bank, CVI Bank and Trust,
yeah.
saw Bob,
That's cool.
Bob Howard Saturday at the Domestic Violence Shelter fundraiser. First thing he says to me, "When am I coming on the show?" And I said, "I'll shoot you an email, Bob." And he was like, "All right." He was super pumped about
yeah.
it. And again, that Hy-Vee Super Bank is open on Sundays, Jim. You
Yeah.
can bank on Sunday.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
a
come here for
great bank.
breakfast and bank.
I
mean,
love
it's
their team up there too. They're awesome people.
They're super
There are a lot
nice.
of good people up there. You know, Bob's got to come out. Not even to talk about the bank. Bob
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to come out and tell all the great things he does. This guy's involved in so much stuff, and he just needs to come out and brag because it's amazing to
Yep.
me. They are a great partner. I'm glad they're in our store. I mean, I think that's
pretty
great.
cool.
I just think he needs to come on and tell his story. That's the kind of stuff I like seeing on this show. So
He's gonna
I'm
do it.
excited about that.
We're gonna have some pretty interesting folks rolling into this into this show in the next few weeks and months. I think Roy Carver is one of them.
Oh yeah.
Junior, Roy Carver Jr.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, talk about a guy that I got to be honest. I
that's
never.
cool.
You know where I met Roy?
No.
2 Saturdays ago, sitting at
Sitting
our
at the-
Starbucks with
yeah.
Doug Buster,
Yeah.
and Doug said, do you know the guys that are sitting here? And I said, no. I'm just, no. And yeah, just awesome.
Oh, yeah, he's
that's
here
a
every
great
Saturday.
crew.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fun crew.
Yep,
all right,
they are.
before we wrap up, Chef Tess, I don't know what you were doing in that pan, but if we can get that overhead look, it just smelled really good. So what was happening in there?
Right here?
Yeah.
So I seared off some mushrooms,
Okay.
and then I went ahead and deglazed. I added some garlic, and I deglazed the pan with a little bit of dry white wine
Nice.
and some balsamic vinegar.
Cool.
And this is actually going to be a topper for some oven roasted chicken breast for All Steel today.
You know what's funny is that I, historically, not a big mushroom fan. So the fact that I was smelling something that I'm not a huge fan of, okay.
They're so tasty.
They are so tasty.
They are.
I'm telling you, whenever you need me to help set up at All Steel,
I'll call you.
hey, I got that stuff you needed and this to-go plate. Yeah.
How about cleanup?
Right.
That would be.
Yeah.
That's
Clean
a better
up
idea.
/ leftover crew. Oh man, it just always smells so good for sure. Have you thought about what you're going to be doing for lunch on Thursday?
I think I'm going to do a carnitas torta, which is like a Mexican sandwich.
Oh my gosh, tortas are so good.
And our bakery makes torta bread.
They
If you
do?
If you did not know that, I did not know that
What?
either until recently.
Yep.
It is amazing.
Torta bread.
Torta bread.
That would be fun.
It's got a fun Spanish name. I'm not going to try and pronounce right now because I can't think of
that's
it. But
super cool.
yeah,
Okay.
it's delicious. So I think we're going to do that.
So see Chef Tess tonight at the Merrill for the MCC Legends event, honoring the Hows, which is cool. That's super exciting. And there'll be a couple hundred people down there, and Chef Tess will be there working hard. And then again, for those lucky ducks next door at All Steel, jeez Louise, just crushing it right now with a whole bunch of goodness. And I guess I would probably like mushrooms more than Brussels sprouts, on the Tony Tone scale of things I like and dislike.
You tried one last weekend, though.
I did have some Brussels sprouts.
You did.
Yeah. What did you make for that Friday? It was
It was a low carb.
the noodle was like
Yeah, it was black bean spaghetti.
black bean spaghetti. Okay.
Yeah, it was a pasta salad made with
That
a
was
black bean
good.
pasta. So it's a diabetes-friendly recipe.
Yeah, and
it had Brussels sprouts
the
in it
Brussels
just for
sprout-
you.
I think I had like a sprout or a sprout.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was brave and had a bunch, but it was very good. It was very good.
Thank you.
So, maybe I'm not totally against Brussels sprouts. We'll see. I should really come around. Oh, get a shot of that. Jeez Louise. I don't know what I like better, the overhead shot or the Ryan shot. Jeez, that just smells awesome. Good for you, Chef Tess. That is very nice. All right, let's wrap up. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Paula Lavasser. I think I got that right. We'll be here with New Horizons and Unity Point Health here in Muscatine. Thursday, our buddy Smilin' Ray went with Toyota of Muscatine. We have the Toyota Muscatine cart cam after all. Ray's a good guy. He also was at that MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter fundraiser, and it was great to see Ray and Sheila, and it was a lot of fun. Friday, we'll talk to Thad Burkhamper. Remember Thad, the mentalist? He'll be back. I don't want to say anything else, but I think he's got something pretty cool planned. He gave me a sealed, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. Thad gave me a sealed envelope that I have not opened. It's been in my desk drawer, and he said to save it for his next visit, which will be this Friday. And then he's got a show coming up. This mentalism thing is TB Mentalism on Facebook. Pretty cool. Also on Friday, my buddy Frank Iliff will be here with Rebuilding Together Muscatine County, and our pal Captain John from Hy-Vee Seafood. We'll talk about some good options when it comes to seafood. And yeah, that's it. I want to say thanks again to Karen Schaub and Mary Kalupa with the Parkinson's Support Group for taking the time to be here. They will meet this Thursday, the 12th of April at 3:30 at the Extension Office, ISU Extension Office, right across from Heinz on Isaac here in the Pearl City. Check them out. If you or someone you know has Parkinson's, it's a great support group, and they would love to have you included into that. And thanks, of course, to Jim Simmons. A lot of stuff happening this week in the store. Check out our social media channels to stay connected. And, of course, thanks to Catering and All Steel today, hanging out at the MCC Legends event at the Merrill tonight, and then a carnitas chalupa. No, carnitas torta. Jeez, torta, which is going to be really good. That'll be Thursday from 11:30 till 1:30 for lunch. All right. That's going to do it for today's program, friends. Thanks for watching Hy-Vee today, and thanks to the folks that do support this show. That includes CBI Bank and Trust with the Super Bank here, Toyota Muscatine, and our friends at Team Staffing. Hy-Vee@gmail.com if you want to be sitting right here on the show. That's what Mary Kalupa did. She emailed us, and her and Karen were just on. So come on the show, talk about what's going on, whether it's in Muscatine, Wilton, West Liberty, Fruitland, Letts, Durant. Wherever you're at, if you're doing something good, if you're connected to an organization, you have a fundraiser, we want to be your ally. So reach out and say, hey, this is Tony Tone. I'll see you tomorrow when it'll be Wednesday and hopefully even a little bit warmer. So that's cool. For now, though, bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.